Hey, Max, I've got an instant message here asking about how 2012 plays a role, and if it does. What are your thoughts on that?
2012 is, if you look at things from a scientific perspective, the actual pulse frequency of the planet, this planet has a pulse frequency. It has a certain rate that it pulses at, and that has been escalating since 1986. And it's escalating at the sequence of the Fibonacci sequence. It's going right up. By the time we hit 2012, it will be around 13 cycles a second, which is very, very significant. And this is the sacred 13 that you keep hearing about in lots of texts talk about 13. So this happens on 2012 when we cross the ecliptic. This is a lot of people debate whether we're actually crossing the galactic ecliptic or whether it's simply the end of a zodiac cycle or whatever, but there's a significant rise in frequency that's happening that's all pointing to that date. And as the frequency rises, the organism becomes more complex. And this happens, it's been proved with cymatics, with how you rise the frequency, you get more complex patterns in the sand, all this sort of stuff. It's the same, everything is rising in frequency. Everything's rising up to 13 cycles a second. And that includes the consciousness, because everything comes down to this energy. And that includes the consciousness that is us, and our physical bodies, and everything in this universe, because it's all connected. This beat of the planet, this pulse of the planet, is connected to the solar system, which is connected to the galaxy, which is connected to the greater universe. And the whole thing is rising. The whole thing is rising. So this is very significant. So this is a significant period of evolution of consciousness that can occur in 2012 if we can generate this energy field with it. If we can open ourselves up to this energy field that is being generated by it, and that we can generate within us because we're all connected, then we can literally change this entire reality. We could shift this entire universe to the next level of consciousness. And this is evolution. This is true evolution. This is what it's all about. This is an evolution of consciousness that can occur in 2012 if we can do it. It's up to us. We create the reality ourselves. This is how powerful we are. This is how powerful the Creator created us to be. This is our purpose, to shape the universe and shape this universe into what we want. And it's a quantum field of possibilities. Anything is possible. Absolutely anything beyond what your mind can think of is possible. And this could happen in 2012. This is what it's all about. We just have to prepare ourselves. And this is why so many people are waking up, because of this rise in frequency.
Yes, and my take on it has been that it is the apparent rapture. I mean, I believe that we're going to split in reality, and you are either going to be stuck here with these elite and what they want to do with reality, or you're going to make your own. You're going to create a whole new parallel universe, because they can't coexist. They're both coming to a climax, evil and this pure love. And they just cannot coexist as I see it. Max, do you see or do you notice, as I have for the past 5 years maybe, that time seems to be speeding up more and more?
Oh, very much, John, very much. It's the quickening. This is what happens. Everything is speeding up as the frequency rises. Everything's speeding up. And you're right about this rapture thing. This is why they've hidden it sort of in the rapture, so they've tried to put a religious context onto it. What will happen is the consciousness will evolve, but there will be certain parts of the consciousness that just refuse to. They just refuse to admit that we create this reality. They refuse to get out of these five senses, and they will simply create a new reality and keep plodding along the way they have been. And it's not going to be a reality that's going to be really worth living in with what the architects of the New World Order are trying to give. But that's exactly what it'll be. I mean, very, very likely that people could just disappear. I don't know. I really don't know. But it is an evolution in consciousness. It really is. And it's a real opportunity. It's a real opportunity. And it is why so many people are waking up.
Yes, and I also think that it takes the acceptance of responsibility for your entire life. Most religious people want to project the responsibility of everything they experience on the devil and God. And that's the trap, isn't it, Max? We have to take responsibility for this. We can't be projecting it on to others.
Exactly, mate. It's free will. That's what's caused everything that's happened in people's lives. Every single thing that's happened in people's lives and every single thing that is happening in their lives is stuff that they have drawn to themselves through their free will and their choices that they've made. It might be painful for some people to admit, but that's the reality of it. And the trick of religion has been to externalize this so that you don't look within and find out that the answer lies within, and that the answer lies in your connection to everything else, and that connection lies within, and it's all in the heart. It's that frequency, it's that energy, that pulse. It's being in tune with that. They don't want you to find this out. It's just a big secret that they've kept away from everybody. And it is. It lies within free will, freedom of choice. That's what's caused it all.
Yes. I really encourage people to just ponder these things. Sit quietly in a comfortable chair with no noise, no distraction, and just wonder about these things. And you will see that as you do, how much sense it really makes. And look at what you have in the world today with the system of beliefs that you have been burdened with, and what has that got you? You've got to move on to something more true. And I believe this is a profound message in a very important time for all of us.